You can absolutely lower your cholesterol naturally without having to go vegan or vegetarian.
Would you like to sample our vegan bacon?
Yes, please.
In fact, I recently had a client drop his cholesterol 40 points and his triglycerides 50 points in a matter of 2 months. And I'm going to show you the exact changes that we made. And what's so powerful is that he was able to accomplish this without giving up meat or butter. And in fact, we increased his consumption of those foods without going on any medications or any cholesterol lowering supplements. And despite the fact that he had already been trying to lower his cholesterol for over a year on a plant-based diet with very little results. In fact, it was getting to the point that this person's doctor wanted to put them on cholesterol lowering medication, which this person did not want to go on because of all the potential adverse side effects, including fatigue, muscle pain, liver damage, and significantly lower CoQ10 levels. So what was this person missing, and what can you do to achieve similar outcomes? Let's dive in. So here's a quick profile of this person. He's a 48-year-old male, and his 2 goals were to have optimal labs and to lose a minimum of 15 pounds. As you can see from his initial labs, his cholesterol and triglycerides were both elevated, and what was really concerning to me was his ApoB was also high. ApoB is an advanced heart disease risk marker that is much better at stratifying risk for heart disease than the standard cholesterol markers. This person also rode his bicycle a few times per week, but otherwise had very little activity and had a sedentary desk job. His diet was mostly plant-based and included a lot of meat substitutes like fake cheeses and Beyond Burgers. He did eat some egg whites, fish, vegetables, some bread, beans, and pasta. And he also ate out about twice a week. So given all this information, what did we change? That's what we're going to cover right now. And before we do, can you please take the time to like this video? I put a lot of time into these and it helps other people like you find this valuable information. Change number 1 that we made was following a calorie and macro plan. We used a specific calculator that took into account his current and goal weight, his height, diet, activity level, and fat percentage, and that's how we came up with his calories and macros. These came out to 1,700 calories, 35% protein, 35% carbohydrates, and 30% fat. And I know 1,700 calories seems like a small amount, but this person was 5'6" and fairly inactive, so this is actually plenty of food for him. And the protein that we had him eat largely came from lean animal products because the research is quite clear that cholesterol intake does not raise cholesterol levels in the vast majority of people. What can raise cholesterol is saturated fat, so this is why that we had him focus on leaner cuts of meat as opposed to fatty animal products. We also emphasized a variety of fruits and non-starchy vegetables due to their high fiber and plant sterol content, which also has been shown to improve cholesterol markers. And then we also used some advanced nutritional panels to further tailor his food based on his unique bodily needs. Number 2, we cut out the vast majority of processed foods that he was regularly eating.
Some beef jerky, some peanut butter, get some Haagen-Dazs ice cream bars.
I'm referring to things like meats and cheeses, breads, packaged goods, and vegetable oils. Instead, we relied on eating a varied and diverse diet of whole foods. Number 3 is we increase his activity level. Research has shown that both aerobic exercise and resistance training like weightlifting can improve cholesterol levels independent of weight loss. We started off by aiming for either 8 to 10,000 steps a day or 45 minutes of zone 2 cardiac training on his bicycle. People overlook getting steps in a day, but low-level activity like walking is a great way to burn calories without losing muscle. And the zone 2 training we use specifically because this person wanted to increase their cardiovascular endurance, and it is the zone in which your body burns the highest percentage of fat for fuel. Number 4, we optimized environmental inputs. We made sure this person was getting enough water throughout the day and also putting the right balance of minerals in that water. We also dialed in his light exposure. He was low in vitamin D, and the way that the body makes vitamin D is by getting UVB rays from the sun, which hits the skin and converts cholesterol to vitamin D. Getting sun throughout the day also has the added benefit of improving your circadian rhythm, your sleep-wake cycle, which means it'll improve your ability to get quality sleep. And since poor sleep is associated with food cravings and weight gain, we wanted to emphasize getting enough high-quality sleep. Now, there were several other things that we did along the way, but those were some of the more important ones that we did. So you're probably wondering, what did this person's labs look like after he made all these changes? Well, you can have a look for yourself. His total cholesterol dropped almost 40 points. His triglycerides dropped nearly 50 points. His LDL cholesterol dropped 34 points. His ApoB dropped 22 points, and he lost over 10 pounds. This was an absolute home run for 2 months worth of some simple and sustainable changes. And the best part is, this person is nowhere even close to needing cholesterol medications anymore. But one thing I do want to emphasize is that this person wasn't perfect. He still had some snacks, he ate out a few times per week, and even had pizza on occasion. I work with a lot of people who get discouraged when they fall off the wagon and have a bad meal or two. The people who are successful are not the ones who have a bad meal or two. They're the people who can get back on track soon afterwards. So I hope you guys liked this video, and if you enjoyed this, I really think you're going to get a lot of value out of this one as well. Please like, subscribe, and share with somebody that you think would benefit.